Did you say you blame Roman Reigns?
Yep. Sorry about that, guys, but it looks like part 1 got crashed because, well, Roman Reigns decided to take out my internet because he's not happy. He hates boobies. Which would explain a lot, actually. Anyway. I sit in my bed in my new room, my suitcase open in front of me. I packed light on the journey and I don't have that much stuff, only the essentials. I bought underwear, of course, and a few change of clothes. I also have a beach towel, my swimming trunks, my laptop, various chargers, and a couple of paperbacks. It shouldn't take too long to put it all away. I stretch, then do a quick survey of my room. It's expensive like everything else in Yui's beach house. The bed itself is huge as it is flat-screen TV on the wall. My apartment back in Tokyo is so small I doubt there would be any space for a monitor that wide. Although given how meager my bank account is, there's no way I'd be able to afford such a thing in the first place. The walls are filled with vertical windows and beyond them I can see the ocean surf. It's grown dark already and the sky is laden with stars. The ocean itself is dark blue and almost obscene and looks mysterious. It's a very nice room by anybody's standards, although there's something cold and impersonal about it. The bed is freshly made, but the sheets are cool and crisp. I doubt they felt any body heat in a while, if at all. And remember, children, to flip your pillows over when the other side of the pillow is cold. Wise words from, oh god, what was his name on ESPN? Oh, fuck. I should remember him because I loved watching him. Oh, what was his name? Stuart Scott, I think? The one who wore glasses and had the eye issue and...
Oh, him.
Yeah, I can't remember his name and I feel so bad about it because I have his autobiography packed somewhere. Yuri rarely uses this house, and it seems like these guest rooms have been left unused since the place was built. I'm glad Yuri likes me enough to put me up in such a nice room, but I do feel a bit sorry for her. It seems a waste to own such an expensive home in such a picturesque location and never invite anybody over. Congratulations, game, you just described half of California. I'm here now, though, and I fully intend to take this bed first time. First, however, I really need to start unpacking. I'm in the middle of putting away my things when I hear a rap of knuckles on the door, coupled with a familiar voice. Alright, who's knocking on my door? Alright. She will be waiting for you. With a hers and his Three's Company. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. If it's John Riddle, we're stopping the game because then this game is possessed. Which demon isn't visiting my door? I can't see through the doors, but I know who it is. Based on that tone of voice, it can only be Hufame. Sure you can come in, but don't feel obligated to help. I don't have much to do. That's quite alright. I enjoy making myself useful. The door opens with a click and Hufame enters, still clad in her casual attire. Now, Mr. Jones, if you're watching this stream, if she came knocking at your door, what would you say with the way she's dressed? By the way, no. If this beautiful demon came at your door dressed like this, what would you say to her? That would be the best way to put it. He said it. Damn. The door opens with a click and Hofumi enters, still clad in a casual attire. Without her kabino, Hofi looks a lot more approachable. Her violet eyes are soft behind the lens of her glasses, and her dark hair is tied back into two pigtails. Her shirt is loose and is sliding off her shoulder, and her legs are encased in a pair of thin, high stockings. She gives off a different impression to the norm, but her mannerisms and style of speech are still the same as always. Even attire thus, she's still very elegant. I've seen her dressed like this once before in the Succubus realm, but I'm not quite used. Her smiles, one hand resting against her cheek. It's been rather hot as of late. I would not like to get sweaty. I feel that would be rather embarrassing. I can't imagine you sweating, Hufame. You seem like you'd be above such things. You always act so graceful. Thank you, dear. That is very sweet of you. Hufame giggles. Unfortunately, I'm a very bit of a suspect of sweating as anybody else. We Succubus may have magical powers, but we're not immune from such inconveniences. In most regards, we are identical to humans. So, who may just the helm of a shirt? What do you think? I hope my current look is not a disappointment. Yeah, you can never disappoint me. If a female came to dressed like that at my house, I think I would die happy. And to quote Ric Flair once again, when I die, I want to be on top of a wild woman or in the wrestling ring. I'd prefer the first option, but I'll go either way. Of course not. You look great in anything. Thank you very much. Hufame bows her head politely. I also brought a swimsuit with me, which I will wear on the beach. It is quite a conversational piece. Nothing too scandalous. I hope it's not too plain. You're worrying too much. I'm sure you'll look amazing. I do hope so. Maria helped me choose it, and I trust her fashion sense. She knows more about modern clothes than I do, being an ardent fan of traditional wear. The swimsuit Maria chooses for the occasion is more exciting than my own, but she is better able to pull off such styles. She has such confidence in her body. Maria looks pretty great, yeah, but so do you. I'm looking forward to seeing the pair of you. I appreciate it. Hufame smiles and looks about my room. Yuri's house is lovely, isn't it? It's quite tasteful. Surprisingly so, yeah, I figured this place be all pink and fluffy, as per Anna's taste, but it's quite... I feel like I should have a dictionary so I can find the smaller words for some of this shit. So positive... I'm skipping that word. In fact, this decor looks like some sort of thing Maria might favor. Harvest had a lot of glass, too. Yuri might adore herself in obstacle-frilly attire, but she is a lady with taste. Her authentics are not too far from Maria's, though I doubt she would ever admit that. Yuri does not like to be compared to others, least of all Maria. I think she has a chip on her shoulder. Yuri's always been desperate to prove herself, yeah. You notice that too? Suppose it's quite apparent. She is very easy to read. Yuffie giggles again. As for myself, I prefer classic Japanese decor. I choose tatami mats over carpets or floorboards any day of the week, and I like the simple elegance of sliding doors. They're so much classier. I fear it must take a long time to clean. This design may not be the most practical, but we all have our own tastes. I should not be so critical when Yuri was gracious enough to let us stay here. At least the baths are in typical Japanese style. They're very nice and deep. I'm looking forward to having a bath tonight. But first I must aid you with your unpacking. Shall we start with your shirts and pants? Yeah, that'd be great. You can hang them there. I adjusted to the wardrobe. If you really don't mind. Not at all. I am happy to help. Nothing brings me more joy than caring for you. You spoil me too much, Hufame. There is no such thing. Doting on you makes me happy. We are on vacation, so you should relax. Leave it all to me. Hufame hums under her breath as she continues her work. She moves differently, not a single motion wasted, and finishes with the shirts far more quickly than I could. She really is a pro when it comes to all things household related. She's a domestic goddess. There. Hufame wipes her hands together and steps back, admiring the rows of shirts hung up in the wardrobe. Let me just set out these ceases. She pulls out a sleeve here and adjusts the collar there until she's completely satisfied with the fruit of her labor. Now, let me start on your pants. I shall not be a moment. Then I can begin to fold your underwear. Oh, color rises to my cheek as Hufame picks up my pants. It's silly to be embarrassed about such a thing given everything I've done with Hufame, but the thought of her laying her white, slender fingers upon my underwear is a bit embarrassing. Thanks for being so thorough, but I can handle my underwear myself. Perhaps you can, but I insist upon doing it myself. No, sure, it's too small, my dear Hanako. Handling your underwear is a great honor. Yeah, she definitely likes the classic thing. I don't think there's anything that's special about it. Then we must agree to disagree. There, now I've finished with your pants. Your underwear is next. Foo-foo-foo. Hufame flexes my suitcase with eagle eyes. She looks more entranced about this than any demure Yamato Yatsuko rightly should. She approaches my suitcase, her arms outstretched when... Hey, Hunako! The door opens and Yui steps in without bothering to knock. Perhaps such social nieces aren't necessarily given this is her house, but I didn't expect her to suddenly. I jump as do Hufame. What are you doing here, Yui? I could ask you the same question. What are you doing here, Hufame? Don't tell me you come to pester Hunako already. We've only been here an hour. He hasn't even unpacked and you're already trying to make a move on him. Don't you know any shame? Yui might have a point there. The way Hufame was staring at my underwear was pretty shameless. Of course! Well, apparently, because you went away, the female demon who dresses in classic Japanese wardrobe mostly, she put my clothes, my t-shirt and pants in the closet, and then she wanted to grab my underwear and put them in the drawer, folded them up nice and neat. But that's when Yui, the other demon, popped in and said, what the fuck? That's where you've come in at this point. I think you misunderstand my intentions, Yuri. I thought Hunako so I might help him. I've been aiding him in this unpacking, as you should be able to see. I am not trying to seduce him, not yet in any case. Hime casts me as a not-so-convenient glance, grinning as she does so. You can rest easy for now, you and Hanako both. My beloved is too tired to indulge me, and I would not be selfish enough to demand his affections. That will come later. Ugh, you are so toothpaste. You're acting like you care about Hunako so much, but I know that's nothing more than a ruse. You're not nearly as nice as you act, Hufame. You're so... convivic... A bitch. I'm just going to say a bitch. That's an easier word. Oh, you offended me. It is true my feelings for Hunako are more ardent than those of a mother for her son, or a maid for her master, but that should not diminish my good intentions. I am quite innocent of any crime you may think to accuse me of. Oh well, that's alright then. I can see I was mistaken. I guess I'll let you two cut up all nice and cozy then. Not. Pillow, oh my god. That's a great fucking picture. The redhead threw a pillow at the woman and it hit her boob and it made her boobs bounce. I would like to thank the video game gods for this gift. Yuni grabs a hold of a pillow and swifter than lightning hurls it at Hufame. Oof! Hufame recoils, but this isn't enough to satisfy Yuri's anger. She seizes another pillow and another, then hurls them both at Hufame in rapid succession. Thud, thud. Pillow fight! Both pillows strike their target upon her ample bosom, which makes Hufame squeak. As if I believe that you're pure. I wasn't born yesterday. And you're every bit as scrupulous as I am, and I know precisely what you want. You're trying to steer Hunake for yourself while the rest of us are busy settling in. That's so underhanded. Well, I won't have it. If we're going to compete for his affection, we should at least do it fairly. Yes? You an untrustworthy snake with the pointless huge chest. Didn't think I'd be reading that in my life today. What's it even for anyway? These melons are massive. They make good pillows and flotation devices? I mean, isn't that why most men like women with big breasts, Mr. Jones? Or anyone watching? Guys might like this sort of thing, but when they get past a certain point, they become nothing more but a chore. They're heavy and cumbersome, and they make it hard for to find clothes that fit. Dresses are too tight on top, but too loose on the bottom, and most clothes squeeze them together so they look unflattering. Big chests are not so cute. Thud, thud, thud. Yui continues to hurl pillows at Hufame alongside insults, but Hufame tries in vain to defend herself. One of Yui's throws knocks Hufame's glasses ashore and they almost fall off her nose, though she's able to push them up in time. Alright, you've had your fun, but now things are getting out of hand. You're putting too much force into your throws. If this keeps up, you'll bust these lovely pillows and Hunika's room will fill with feathers. I would not want that to happen, so Hoofme holds up one hand. Suddenly the air in the room glows thick and glared. One of Illa's pillows projects freezes mid-air and as though caught by an invisible hand. Hoofme's clothes melt away, meanwhile to reveal his Succubus. God damn! That is a... I'm at a loss for words, Mr. Jones. Wings unfold from her back and horns sprout out from her head. Her eyes glowing with the force of her magic, and though she's smiling, her expression is stern. Please, Yuri, come to your senses. Let's not fight. You're the one who convinced Lady Yuri of the benefits of sharing has. And you did promise earlier when we were on the beach that you would try to behave yourself. Marina was so very proud of you. I would hate for her opinion of you to sour over a silly quarrel of jealousy like this. Anna pouts, arms folded, and turns away. Using magic is a cheap way to end an argument. I wish you'd try to fight back. Throw a pillow in my face, why don't you? I have no desire to do that. Your face is one of your greatest assets. Being an Ida, I would not like to harm it. As if you could. They're pillows, not bricks. That may be the case, but when I take things seriously, I can be quite destructive. I feel my magic would arraign my foe to a deadly degree. Even pillows can be dangerous if thrown with enough force. Remember, Yui, I am older than you, and my magic is stronger. I do not want to hurt you. Yeah. Yui rolls her eyes. I am not a weak, simpering maiden, you know. I can look after myself. But I guess you're right. I got a bit carried away there. I do not like seeing you cling to Hinako, but I gotta get used to it if we're all going to be together. Sorry for being a brat and, well, I'm sorry for throwing those pillows at you, Hufame. I hope I didn't hurt you. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Looks like the pillows are fine too. Hufame reacts to magic a spell and then levitates the pillows, falls to the ground with a soft, infamous thump. Yumi's Succubus attire melts away as though it was never there. Her horns, wings vanish, and her casual attire knits herself anew over her body. She brushes herself down, adjusting her hair, then smiles at Yuri. There's no harm done, so you don't need to feel guilty. I understand you have a short temper, but I bear you no ill will. Now let us not fight. We can both love Hinako as much as we want. I doubt he will refuse. What do you say, dear? Yes, Hinako, what do you say? Oh, I guess it's fine if you want to cling to me. I won't push either of you away. The more the merrier, right? I thought you would say that. Hufame smiles and looks at Yuri. There, you see, there's no reason for despair. I may have made the first move, but Hinako loves us all equally. Nobody shall be left out during this vacation. Now why don't we put the room back in order, then we can help Hinako unpack the rest of his clothes. We shall get things done more effectively if we work together. With the vicious pillow fight concluded and the rest of my clothes unpacked, Yuri gives me a guided tour around her beach home. She walks me through the open playing ground floor with its sprawling kitchen and living room, the numerous bathrooms, her private cinema, and her training room. Of course, I doubt you need to come in. Of course, I doubted you needed to come in here. This is where I go when I wish to practice my dance moves. It's more likely you'll be spending your time outdoors. The beach is so gorgeous, it's hard to resist. My tour at an end, Yuri leads me back to my bedroom, then wishes me a good night. Hey there, vibrator.
Nothing like joining just in time to hear something about coming and something.
Well, I am playing the Sakura Succubus 4 game. AKA Demons with Big Old Tits. It's pitch black by the point, almost midnight. I feel drained, and it's with a large yawn I collapse on my bed. The bed is large, the mattress soft, and it sinks obviously beneath my weight. It feels like I'm being enveloped in the arms of a very affectionate, very regular lover. I am so tired I could fall asleep right now with my clothes still on. Another yawn escapes from my throat. Mindful of my manners, I press one hand in my mouth to shuffle it. Not that it matters. There's nobody here other than me, myself and I. I'm ready to pass out right now, but I feel a bit grimly after my flight. Should I take a bath first? Let's see. Do I take a bath or wait till the morning? Take a bath. Yeah, I can't really put this off. I feel gross. Upsy daisy. I heave myself up with no small amount of effort and slap my cheeks with both hands to spoil myself. The Three Stooges trick. Let's do this. It might sound childish, but I'm pretty excited to use my in-suite bathroom. It looks pretty fancy. There's nothing like a nice, hot bath to ease your aches and pains. Well, I'm afraid one of the females are going to be in there waiting for me. Oh, maybe not. I'm almost from my bed early the next morning by the scent of something delicious. I rise and wash my face and brush my teeth in my suite bathroom. After getting dressed, I then descend to the ground floor, guided by the mouth-watering smell. It leads me as a sharpened might lead a sheep, leaving me powerless to resist. When I arrive in the open-plan kitchen... Okay, I'm going to take a guess. This is they misspelled this, but I just want to read this. When I arrive in the open-plan kitchen cum living area... And that's what it says, C-U-M, so great. I'm greeted with a cozy sight. Hufame is standing by the stove, stirring a large pot of moso soup. She's wearing the same casual clothes she wore yesterday, with her dark tesset tied back and two untidily pigtails. Her pink shirt is a bit on the baggy side and is slipping down to reveal an ample amount of her creamy right shoulder. Upon her snub nose are pierced a pair of glasses, the lenses of which are slightly steamed. I've seen Hufame cook before, but was back when we were staying in the Iroko. The interior there was classic Japanese, and as Hufi's attire, her hair straightened and dark, her body embodied in a rich patterned kimono. She's given off quite Hufame like this. Hey Hufame. Oh, hello, Hinako. Did you just wake up? Yeah, I'm still kinda tired. I suppress a yawn with one hand, which makes Hufame giggle. You must have been in a hurry to come downstairs. Your hair is all messed up. Let me. Hufame turns the heat down on the stove and then approaches. She reaches up on her tippy toes and adjusts my hair accordingly, her fingertips brushing against my scalp. There we go. She steps back into admire her handiwork, smiling as she does so. You look better now. Very handsome. Thanks, you look good too. When you wear a kimono, it makes you seem like a well-to-do housewife. But right now your vibes are more like those of a kind big sister. By the way, Vibrator, this game has all the female characters with big old anime titties. How does that make you feel?
I don't even know how the fuck to respond to that.
A big sister, well. Hufame giggles. I suppose that is not far from the truth. I like to think of myself as an older suster to the younger Succubus, but I've never been addressed in such a manner by a man. Why don't we try it? Can you call me Big Sis, Hinako? Okay, let's see. I can say, sure thing, Big Sis. On second thought, maybe Auntie would be better. When you prefer Wifey. Alright, I'm going to make a quick save here. We're still going to be playing the game. But this could, but like I said, they're all, because let's see, so far, because I've played these enough to know which characters I like in this, so. I could call you that, yeah, but wouldn't you prefer being called Wifey? Wifey, well, I would not say I have not hoped that one day you might refer to me as such, but this is awfully sudden. I don't know what to do. Hufame cups her face with one hand, her cheeks at the beginning to turn red. This is an honor to bestow upon me. I fear I am not nearly refined enough to be your wife, but if you would have me, nothing would make me happier. Well, let's see, Hufame. You can cook, you can clean. You have the biggest tits out of all the anime characters, out of all the demon characters, so... And you're not a bitch! So far you're winning. I am so overjoyed I could cry. Ah, jeez. I was only teasing, but Hufame looks seriously overwhelmed. Hey, the character in the game may have been teasing, but so far out of all the women, she's probably the only one I would put up with. And like, I don't want her sobbing into the miso soup. Sorry if I took things too far. It is, ha ha ha, quite alright. I am happy, but Hufame smiles. Perhaps you ought to stick to calling me Hufame Afamo. Now, do you want to sample some of my miso soup? I think it's almost ready. You know, if you were just walking in, that could mean so many things right now, right, guys? It'd be my pleasure. Hufame ladders a bit of miso soup onto a spoon, then holds it out to me. I slip the soup abodgily and let its flavor spread across my tongue. It's every bit as delicious, if not more, as the miso soup Hudame made when we were staying at the Ruku. It is rich, but not too rich. And the consistency is perfect. I could get addicted to this. Do you like it? Does it persist? Need more seasoning? Nah, it's just right. That's a relief. Thank you for being my guinea pig, my dear Hunuko. Hehe. It's no problem. So, I glanced around the kitchen. Are either anyone's here? I saw Hazel earlier when I came downstairs. She said she was heading out for a jog. I think the others are still asleep, though they should come down soon. Hoof plaintively while she tends to the rest of the cooking. Hazel comes back from a jog, drenched with sweat at some point during our conversation. She greets us both brightly, then heads up to her bedroom for a shower. Charlotte runs up the stairs, then slams her bedroom door behind her, which arouses the rest of the demons. They turn into the kitchen one by one, first Maria, then Yuri, and then the fleshy, showered Hazel. Cosmos is last to turn up, but she isn't in her casual clothes like the rest. Okay, so we're going to have one of them dressed in a completely different outfit. What is the outfit going to be, guys? Place your bets.
Well, sir, it's her choice.
I don't know, and I should point out this is the one that is the media influencer. She's the one that takes pictures on, she would be the one on TikTok, OnlyFans, Instagram model. So if you know any people like that, she could be wearing a bathing suit.
Well,
let's find out. She's already changed into a swimsuit. Ah, so it's a swimsuit. It's rather cute, a bit skimpy, and it's complete with a pair of cat ears and a tail. Okay. I wonder if that would get in the way of her swimming. I don't have much of a chance to ponder this, however, before Cosmos soon upon me, both arms linked through mine. God damn. Again, if you're watching this. By the way, this game was rated M, I believe, just like the other ones were.
wow.
Mr. Jones is like, how much is this game again? We need to send this game to Paul Martin immediately. Funiko, what do you think of my swimsuit? Isn't it cute? I picked it out just for you.
Bleeding from the nose.
Okay, I can say it looks adorable. Isn't it a bit busy? Oh my! I just realized something. She's wearing a thong like Lita is. If you look at the underwear.
Wait a minute. How's he have the tail?
I'm gonna presume that's with the bathing suit, I guess.
Unless it's I mean.
Yeah, unless it's one of those things Quagmire would be like, you know where this is heading. It looks adorable. Yes, it's a very adorable. I like all the ruffles. Yeah, I don't think the ruffles are what we are looking at. I knew you would. You're a man of descending taste. Yes, Us three men, we're men of culture. Cosmos puffs out her chest proudly. The bikini is styled after a maid's uniform. It's got a collar and a ribbon with cute little cuffs, and the bottom part's supposed to look like an apron. Are you sure this is a bikini and not something you wear in a sex dungeon? I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. They don't have stuff like this in normal stores, so I had to order it from a specialty place online. eBay.
Amazon.
You said that. If you think it was eBay, press 1 in the comments. If you think it was Amazon, hit 2. If you think Vibrator is losing his mind right now, put 3. I think it looks super cute.
Or it could be like Ryan Style, go off the board with a jar of almonds.
Or a dolphin. You would say that. Yui scoffs. Personally, I think it looks gaudy, and it doesn't even fit properly. It's too small for you. That criticism seems a bit rich coming from Yui. I've seen her in a swimsuit before, and that skimpy gold thing she wore was rather form-fitting. Comparatively, I think Cosmos pursued maid swimsuit fits better, but catching me trying to agatize Yuri. It's too early in the morning for that. What's with the ears and the tail anyway? How did they fit the maid thing? They fit because I'm a cat maid. Duh. Cosmos giggles, then hurls her hands into imitation paws. May I take your order, meowster? Meow, meow. I don't think I've ever, I think I just ruined 60 cats for everybody. Good night, everybody. Nah, wait. The movie Cats did that. Ugh.
There you go.
Yui pours her face, which I have seen the movie Cats, and unfortunately I wish I did not. That's what happens when I do. That's what happens when I. She was the only good part of the film I liked. Actually, was okay. I hated Taylor Swift's character. I was like, that made me drink more. Remember, don't watch Cats. Go see the movie Respect. That is a way better film.
Now, since now that we got cats, can we please have Thundercats, please?
Yes, I'm just worried when they do that, how freaky are they going to make that? That's so tacky, cut it out. You're putting me off my breakfast. You shouldn't even be in your swimsuit right now. We're not on the beach yet. I know, but I wanted to show Huniko my swimsuit so much I couldn't wait. I had to put it on right now. I want my Meowster to compliment me and call me cute and give me lots of head pats. I'm waiting for Vibo to say, what the fuck is going on?
I'm just here wondering why the fuck I joined this goddamn party when I could have stayed in the party I was already in.
Well, I should say this because earlier today, and that's not the weirdest thing I've seen or read today. I actually watched a video where a woman has a strange addiction. She likes to pretend she's a puppy. So when she goes out, she has her boyfriend put a leash and collar around her neck and walk her like a dog. And the sad thing is, it's in the great state of Texas. I'm a good kitty maid, so I think I deserve it. Meow, meow. You're the meowstest adorable kitty maid ever. I love the top of Cosmos' head, which makes her purr in delight. Yui, meanwhile, squalls. Don't encourage her, please. You're both acting like morons. You mean meowons? Oh god, that pun was bad.
Wow, really?
That pun was bad. So, Vibrator, what are you playing since I know you came in from another party?
I'm playing Modern Mode.
Ah. Yuri goes, ugh. Yuri turns her back on me and then resumes eating her breakfast. She stabs her fried Mackie with her chopsticks with a bit too much strength, her shoulders stiff. You just wait, stupid Huniko. I look much, much cuter in my swimsuit than Cosmo doesn't, and I'm not half the tryhard she is. You'll eat your words when you see me. Really? I'm looking forward to it. I gently shake Cosmo's arm off my arm, then begin to eat my own breakfast. As I do, I glance about the Succubus assembled around the dinner table. Where the golden one she did in her photo shoot. But I've yet to see Marie, Hufume, and Hazel in their beachwear. I wonder what swimsuits they picked out. Hufume probably will go with something traditional, Maria will be something expensive and elegant, and Hazel tends to prefer sporty, practical clothes. Simply speculating about it is fun! I can't wait till we hit the beach! That's almost every man who's in high school or college. Well, Hazel, I like the fact the top of the bikini is, shows all that beautiful cleavage. Yeah, it's the beach. The ocean's so big, wide, and pretty. Woo! And, of course, Yuri's wearing the golden bikini from the first game. Yeah, so what? We already know it's the beach, dumbass. You don't have to spell it out. We all have eyes and ears, too. Don't you go through this regimen yesterday anyway? Hee, my bad. Sorry if I'm being annoying, but I can't help it. Your beach really does look amazing. I can't wait to go and take a dip. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know how you get so much energy. Weren't you up at the crack of dawn so you could go jogging? That's right. There's no better way to get your blood pumping. Hehehe. I think your blood pumps a bit too much. But none of it goes to your brain. It all gets redirected to those pointless muscles of yours. Annie pokes Hazel's exposed stomach, which promotes from her a series of giggles. Hazel's swimsuit is a two-piece bikini in bright striking blue. It favors practical over aesthetic appeal and covers quite a bit of skin, the cutting on the top notwithstanding. I'm waiting for Mr. Jones, but god damn, the children should not be watching this.
Oh yeah, kids should not be watching.
He's gonna be like, Mr. J's gonna get to work tomorrow. He's gonna be like, hey boss, come here, I have a way to make you feel better. Here you go, watch this. Hazel's... Anyway, all in all, the swimsuit is very Hazel. There's something almost tomboyish about it. Yui, meanwhile, is wearing that same golden swimsuit she donned during our photo shoot all those months ago. It's every bit as tight, glitzy, and impractical as I remember. It clings to every curve so intimately, I can't help but wonder whether it will cut off the blood circulation to her limbs. It doesn't seem to be hampering her all that much at the present, at least. What's with your stomach anyway? It's so hard. Anybody want to take a jab at that one? Yuri continues to prod Hazel's exposed abs while Hazel giggles and bats her away. Oh, I'm so glad my niece does not watch my channel. The people I went to high school with don't watch my channel that much. Cut that out, Yuri. It tickles. How can I help it? When you have so much skin on display, you're so shameless. Well, yeah, I am a Succubus. It comes with the territory. You know who would enjoy this island? Dante. Hazel grins. I don't see any reason to be embarrassed by my body. I've worked pretty damn hard on it. But even then, my clothes ain't half as skimpy as Maria's. Oh, Jesus Christ. She just decided to put all that out there and be like, hello.
Oh my god.
Tuna Hazel's... I think Mr. Jones is like, I think I found my new game to buy. I cannot let the wife or children know about this.
Oh dang.
Oh damn. True to Hazel's words, Maria's wearing a very interesting swimsuit. Why, technically a one-piece that has so many cutoffs, she might as well be wearing a bikini. There's many cutoffs, she may as well be wearing nothing. An awful lot of Maria's skin is on display. Not that I'm complaining. The swimsuit suits her perfectly. It's black, which can contrast her bone white hair, and the golden ornaments which hang from her elegant her dark skin. It doesn't look very practical. I'm not sure you could get much swimming done dyed up like that, but Marie's clothes are often so practical business suits, it makes for a nice change of pace. My, are you admiring me? Hanako, blah, 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 that's all, folks. I'm sure Porky Pig would be going blah, 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 too. Maria catches my eye and smiles, her green eyes glittering with devilish amusement. Do you like what you see? Of course he does. He's a simple-minded man. He sees half a boob and he can't control himself. No, that would be Paul Martin. Leave me out of that. I have to see both boobs. You're appearing to the lowest common denominator. Okay, so we're describing North Dakota. And you aren't little Yui with your get-up? Please, don't try to take the moral high ground with me. You're even more blazing than I. Ha, says you. Yui snouts. I know why you're dressed in that ridiculous attire. It's because you're a desperate old lady. The only way you could ever hope to ensure human consult with your saggy body is to show it all off. What was that? Uh-oh. Are we going to see a cat fight? Yay! Mui's expression darkens. She takes a step forth, cracks her knuckles, which makes Yui retreat. Am I used deceiving me? Am I so old after all? They do not seem to work as they should, or did you just call me saggy? What? No, I never said anything. But you did, Yui. I heard you. We all did, didn't we, Hazel? Well, I don't want to get Yui into trouble. I know how scary Marie can be, but she did kind of bring this on herself. Hazel smiles awkwardly, hands linked at her throat, and says, Sorry, Yui, but you're on your own here. I ain't coming to your defense. You dug your grave, and now you're gonna lie in it. Is it possible to dig a grave on the beach? Wouldn't it fill with sand again? Well, yeah, but I ain't talking about a real grave, hee. So Marie isn't really going to murder Yuri. I wouldn't be too sure of that. She looks pretty pissed. So we went from beautiful demon women to Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Yuri. Marie is standing face to face with Yuri. Now their noses almost bumping. She sneezes Hazel's shoulders, her malevolent nails digging into Yuri's exposed skin, and leans in. If Marie's expression wasn't so foreboding, they look almost like a pair of lovers. Unfortunately for Yuri, there's nothing lovey-dovey about the aura of Maria's excluding. Murderous would probably be the best way to describe her intent. Hello, Miss Emelina, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. If I'm not, I do apologize. I am not the... I don't say things the best. My English is not that great. Oh, we actually got 4 viewers right now. Holy crap. Well, thank you everyone who's tuning in. Makes me feel happy that I actually got people watching. Hooray! Oh, nah. Oh, we actually have some of Samuels actually watching too. Hey! Boy, am I glad I'm not the one coming under her line of fire. Mui's good 5 inches taller than Yuri, and who quails in her shadow, looking very confert. Are there tears bleeding in her eyes? Yes, Marie? What is it, my dear big sister? Did something occur to upset you? Please. Maria sighs. Don't play dumb with me. You should be only too aware of what you have done wrong. Your thoughtless words have caused me a grave insult. I cannot abide being demeaned, not in the least by a little whelp like you, who does not know her place. You ought to respect your elders and betters, missy. How many times do I have to repeat this before you? Well, listen. Maria's pointed nails dig deeper still into Yuri's skin, which makes her squeal. Yeep! You're extraordinarily hard-headed to such a degree it's almost impressive. Though I praised you last night, I am now beginning to fear you are incapable of reform. Not on your own, at least. As your kind, caring beloved, with each adjective, Maria gives Yuri's shoulders a squeeze. Big sister? I hate to see you walking the wrong path. I want you to become a sweet, well-mannered young lady who will not cause herself any embarrassment. In the future, your poisonous tongue may offend someone more important than I, and I shall not be there to help you. As such, I must punish you. There is only one way you'll learn. What? No, please don't help me. This isn't fair. This is my private beach, you know. You washed up, old hag. I should be allowed to say whatever I want. Okay, who thinks Yuri's gonna die? If you think she's gonna die, put 1 in the comments section. If you think she's somehow going to live, put 2 now. If you think Vibrant is like I should have just never came in here, press 3. And if you think Mr. Jones is going to buy this game, press 4. It's not my fault I'm cuter and younger than you. Don't take your jealousy out on me. Hey, hey. Red Juice says, we got 2 1s. From Red Juice. Hello there, Red Juice. Hope you're having a good night tonight. And Miss M. Yeah. If I mispronounce anyone's name, I apologize. I think I've said this on one of my older streams. I do have a speech problem, speech impediment. And Red Juice also says 4 as well. Hey, let go of my arm. Stop it. It hurts. Don't. No, I. Cry. Outcrop of rock, the pair decking behind it, and are so obscured from the view with Yuri's plaintive cries drifting along the beach behind her. Now I wonder what Marie's doing to her. It's probably best not to think about it. Hazel. Well, geez, that's something. I feel kind of bad for Yuri, but I guess I'm glad it ain't me for once. Do you think Marie's finally forgiven me? And of course, more damn from Hufame. I believe so. Marie can be intense, sorry Shay, and she holds grudges, but she is not unreasonable. I don't think she has any necessary issues with you at the present, Hazel. By the way, if you have a child, do not let him watch the stream. Do not let him play this game on PlayStation. It is $9.99. That out. I know talking to Vibrator and a few other people, those states do taxes. Mr. Jones, when you get something digital, is there a tax on it? Yes,
there is.
Okay, so Virginia's the only one that doesn't have it. So Virginia's not a piece of shit. Well, okay, let me rephrase it. Virginia is a piece of shit, but that's not a complete piece of shit. Yuri's distant squeals are carried across the beach. They mingle with the lapping waves and the craving birds and soon disappear. For a delicate woman, Marie can be awfully ruthless. But maybe she hides her insecurities behind her dominant personality? In that sense, she may not be so very dissimilar from Yuri. Is that why they always butt heads? Meanwhile, back with Fufame, excuse me, Yunuko, but I have a friend in Virginia. Ah, okay, Red Juice, cool. While I'm pondering this, Fufame addresses me. She's wearing a 2-piece swimsuit like she promised last night. It's a simple design. Pure right, but I think it suits Fufame well. Practical when she's set against her dark hair. She's forgotten her lenses, though she has a pair of sunglasses balanced atop her forehead. Yeah, I'm going to say this. I think every man who plays this game does not see the sunglasses at all. I'm just saying. Maybe she opted for contacts. They're harder to lose than glass. Says, would you mind applying my sunscreen for me? My skin is very fair and it burns easily. It is a hot day and I fear I would turn pink without any assistance. Hufame is the best girl, I think. I agree as well. That would probably be the one I would hook up with. Have you played Galagun? I don't know if I have. I'll have to check my library and get back to you on that. I know the only ones I've played so far from them is this one, the first 4 games obviously of this, and what was the one they did? Because I took Gesundheit. What was the one I took a look at not too long ago? Oh, Miley and X Emily. I did play that. It would jeopardize the many jobs I have lined up if my skin were to start peeling. Yellow Gun Double Piece, good game. I'll have to look into it. If it's not on the PlayStation 4, I probably don't have it. Well, if it's not on the PS5, because I don't have a Switch. Everybody wants me to get a Switch, though. I may have to get that next year. Sure, I'll help you with your sunscreen. It's not a problem. Are you certain? Sure, it's fine.
Oh, hello.
What?
Well, hi. How are you?
Are you who are you talking to, Mr. Jones? It is on PS.
You like white and red. I like white and red. That flower looks really nice.
Reggie says it is on PS4. Get a Switch. Alright, I will look at it and see if I have it in my library. If it's not, I'll see how much it is and see if I have the cash for it. If not, I'll have to wait till next month. So many good games on the Switch. Funny thing is, I grew up on Sega and Sony. I actually only... I think my first Nintendo I actually played was the GameCube I got for Christmas 2 years ago. I'm not a big Nintendo fan, surprisingly. Hoping Who For Me might help me take my mind off Yuri and Marie and... whatever it is they're doing. Thank you most kindly. You really are a wonderful man. Then I shall leave myself in your capable hands. Okay, I want to see Mr. Jones' reaction to this picture.
What's going on?
You see.
Oh, hello. In the words of that one Star Trek guy, oh my.
I think it's good we have Mr. Jones here tonight. He's being the more comic relief than I usually am. Hifme ties her long Tessa up in a ponytail, then lays herself down upon a beach towel. Yo, BRB. Her curved back and rear are angered towards me, and it's with a conquest smile that she glaces at me over her shoulder. JK. Would you care to begin, dear? The sunscreen is over there. She inches her head over to a small bottle resting by her bag. I kneel by Hooferman inside and take the bottle in hand. I squirt some of the sunscreen into my palm and then reach into Hooferman's bared back with sticky fingers. I really, really hope that's the sunscreen. Can I start? Please do. I am quivering in application, in anticipation. Hee. I press my fingers to the small of Hooferman's back, tracing the curve of her spine. Ah, yes, that feels good. Hooferman says, I am so glad I am not doing the female voices like I usually do with these types of games. Your hands are very gentle, but there's a firmness to them. You're so manly. I am positively melting. I hope not. That doesn't sound very healthy. I continue to work the sunscreen into Hooferman's fair skin. I slick her up, massaging her shoulders, her back, and the tops of her thighs. I still don't want to say that because of that, but, Hooferman signs both administrations, and I presume the coolness of the sunscreen as it soaks into her skin. If I weren't so astounded touching Hooferman, I'd probably get flustered by this. Her swimsuit-clad body is incredibly lovely to look at, as are the little moans that spill from her lips. She doesn't often play sexy roles. She often typecast as a sweet, innocent maiden, but I think Hooferman would make a great female fatale. Right, I think that should be it. I draw away from Hooferman once I worked in the last of the sunscreen into her back. You can do your front, can't you? I can, though. I'd prefer if you were to take care of that, too. I will never tire of your careness, my dear husband. Still, Hooferman smiles and cups her cheek with one hand. It would not do to become idle, and you appear you have quite a line forming for your expert services. Perhaps you ought to tend to them first, lest they get jealous. Huh? What do you mean? I glance behind me and soon am confronted with Cosmo and Hayes. Cosmo takes my right arm and Hayes takes the left. It ain't fair if you only pamper Hooferman. We're your partners too, and we want to be spoiled. I deemed equal rights. We're unionizing. What you gave to Hooferman, you must give to us. Let's see. I think he's by himself. So who wants to tag in to help him? I want you to apply my sunscreen too, and mine. My, you're so popular. Part of me is jealous, but I am happy for you too. I am glad my future husband is such a respected man. It looks like I've got my work cut out for me, keeping every member of my harem happy, but I don't mind. Hey, you know what? This guy's living the good life. He's got 5 beautiful women who want to be with him. I wish I had that life. I'd probably be way more happier, not as depressed as I am. Looks like you have not played. Okay, Survivor to check for me. Thank you, man. Reggie says I'd give him the sunscreen. Reggie's, I like your style. I'm glad, in fact, for the attention. Who'd be upset about in sharing the attention of so many beautiful women? 5 people who would not want to have this 5 beautiful women in talking to him. Number 5, CM Punk. Number 4, the entire St. Louis Cardinals. Number 3, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 2, the Baltimore Orioles, because they can't even win at all right now at the moment. And then, of course, the number 1 person who would not want to be with 5 beautiful women, Roman Reigns. One day I will live the dream. Preach on that. Alright, I'll play your sunscreen too. I'll do Hazel first, since she was the first to broach the topic. You want to wait your turn, okay, Cosmo? Okay, I'll wait patiently. I trust you, Hunako. I know, you never go back on your word. I don't know, sexy God damn! Oh, Mr. Jones is going to like go damn in a minute or two. I think we got Mr. Jones watching this now.
Oh, hello.
Again, I've said...
Screenshot.
Hey, if it pops up as a trophy, I'll send it to you, okay? Oh wait, I can actually take a screenshot of it right now if you want. Click. Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble with Mrs. Jones. I think you might get murdered in Ohio. You can take it to your boss at work. He'll never be angry again. Or if it's she'll never be angry again. Out Maria now reclines upon a deck chair beneath the shade of a parasol. Her long white tessel damped over the black of the chair. Her black swimsuit snugly hugs her curves. Damn right it does. Her face is casting shadow, but I can see a contented cat-like smile playing about her mouth. And I think we all know what she wants to play. So do I. Again, this is why this game is not for children. Talk about having a gay old time. Ah, that word used to mean something else. By the way, the Flintstones, great cartoon. In one hand, she holds a cocktail glass, filled to the brim with some...
Oh, for a second there, I thought you said she...
Remember, by the way, I actually do have... Ironically enough, there is a Flintstone game on PS1. If you can find it, it's called Flintstones Bowling. In one hand, she holds a cocktail glass, filled to the brim with some alcoholic beverage or another. It's a reddish-yellow color with a slice of orange shrewd on the side of the glass and a parasol pondering from it. I don't know if John Taffer would be okay with that. Somebody ask him. When Louise shifts, adjusting her hair, the ice cubes in her drink clink against the side of the glass. It seems like quite the some kind of cocktail, but the bright colors give it a girlish look. Did who for me make...
Why am I hearing that song? Why am I hearing that song? I know you want me.
Yeah, I hear that too, yeah. Did who for me make that for you? Yes, indeed. I mentioned I was thirsty, and she hasted to mix this drink for me. It's a vodka highball with orange and cranberry juice. It's nothing too fancy, but the taste is divine. A woman who likes vodka, hey now, that's my kind of woman. The citrus orange juice and the tart cranberry juice pair off so well together, and the vodka gives it such a kick. The ice is practically refreshing too. I could drink these all day. By the way, when I'm done and out of my depression and everything, the first thing I'm doing is going to the ABC fucking store and throwing a kick-ass party. Maria takes a sip of her cocktail and smiles. Delicious. You sure look like you're enjoying yourself. Yes, indeed. This is such a nice change from sitting in my office, poring over my monitor and answering endless emails. It's nice to simply relax and every once in a while. And of course, I can never turn down a cocktail. Hooverman would make a wonderful bartender. I did not know she was so very gifted at mixing drinks. Now I'm curious. I kind of want to try one of her cocktails too. But maybe I'll save it for later. Are you worried about your stamina? A little. I don't know if I want to get smashed in the morning. My poor dear boy. Maria titters. It must be hard having the constant... the body of a human. We scubby have higher alcohol tolerances in general and can drink forever. It makes me very glad my mother bequeathed upon me this superior body, foo-foo. Yuri says I'm getting old, but she knows nothing. I look not a day over 25. That girl has some nerve. I think you look great too, Marie, especially in that swimsuit. You got nothing to worry about on that score. Thank you, dear boy. I am fully aware of this fact myself, of course, but I do like being reassured. It can be trying enjoying the company of Scooby... I am so bad at saying words today. A Scooby Bud, okay, sex demons, as I like to prefer to them as, who are so much younger than myself, particularly that obnoxious Yuri. Ironically enough, I did mention in the first part Morgan from Mom vs. Capcom and Darksiders, Darkstalkers, whatever you want to call it.
Darkstalker.
Thank you. When I was a little kid, I didn't know what that word was. So my uncle just said, just call them sex demons. I actually said that in the house one day when we were playing it on PS1. My mom laughed. My uncle's girlfriend laughed. My grandmother came out of the kitchen with a frying pan. Apparently, she didn't want her own. She did not want her little. Pretty much, because she didn't want. Because I was her only grandson. I was the first grandson, so she wanted me to be pure and everything as long as possible. Yeah, that ship sailed long before then, because she's the one who introduced me to George Carlin. So yeah, I already have a fucked up mind. She does love to boast. I cannot help but get.
What?
Yep. I cannot help. If your kids start saying that, I apologize. If any kids start saying that, I do apologize to some people, but not all. I cannot help but get angry at her, though I know she lashes out only because of her own insecurities. Perhaps I should not have been too hard on her, but I feel it is the only way she will learn. Okay, let's see. Do I take option A? Why don't you try a gentle approach next time? Or B, Yuri deserved everything she got. Well, I don't like Yuri. I find her to be the most annoying out of all the characters. I'm gonna go with, yeah, fuck that bitch. She was probably asking for it. She said some pretty rude stuff back there. I am so glad you agree, my dear boy. Maria takes another sip of her drink. She looks like she's having plenty of fun where she is, but I decided to post her question to her regardless. You want to come swim with me later? The sea's very smooth and clear, and it might be nice to take a dip. I appreciate the offer, but I would rather not. My swimsuit is expensive, and it was not made for splashing about in salty water. I would not want the golden details on it to tarnish. If Maria's swimsuit is anything like that red dress she wore back at her charity event, it must have cost a fortune. Yeah, I can do that, vibrator. I don't even want to think about how many zeros must have been tacked onto the end of the price tag. It's enough to make my head spin. Her swimsuit doesn't seem all that practical, if you can even swim in it. But what do I know? I've been to several...
She's swimming, right?
Yeah, I think you and me both know what kind of swimming we're thinking too. I've been to several fashion shows, but only in the. I think Big Red's gonna beat us there if he shows up, but only in the capacity of a photographer. My knowledge in regardless to the industry is a resounding zero. Oh come on, you know if you show this to Big Red, Paul Martin, and Elle, they would be like, ah. Particularly Paul. I guess Maria must have packed her swimsuit up based solely upon its appearance as opposed to its functionality. Not that it was a poor choice. It really does suit her. I think swimming is something more suited to the children. It's not very elegant, I feel, to tarnish one's arms and legs about like a drowning man. Tasma might enjoy it, or Yuri, and I'm certain Hazelwood, but the thought does not apply to me. I can hardly drink while swimming. That's a good point, haha. I'll leave you to it then, have fun. I will, dear boy, and I wish you the same. You should probably entertain those naughty little sisters of mine. At least they get up to mischief. I feel rather too comfortable to discipline Yui now. You got it. If she misbehaves, I'll give her what's what. Thank you. I know I could rely on you. Maria blows me a kiss as I depart, her pink lips glossy with lipstick. Sounds like I need to never let them see my Saints Row characters. Oh yeah, but I know your Saints Row characters. I think Paul would die of a nosebleed. She sure looks like she's having a good time. But what about me? What should I do? I pondered my options for a few moments when... Hey Yuki! Yuri slides up to me, her voice unusually monotone, soft and girlish. I wonder if her personality shift can be attributed to the punishment Maria's rained down upon her. She isn't acting like her usual abrasive self. I was wondering, Yuri toys with one of her orange twin tails. Could I ask you a question? You already have. Yes, I know, but may I make a further inquiry? Now with all this inquiry business, she sounds way too formal. You know, intriguing tones are starting to freak me out. What's up? You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Wrong? Sorry, I need to take a drink of water real quick because all this reading, you know? Reading. Yes, reading.
Reading is fundamental.
But remember, it's in a game, reading Rainbow. By the way, I'm still pissed Arthur got cancelled. Whoever made that decision should burn in hell. Yuri puffs herself up between some of her former doctorate. Why do you think I've done something wrong? Oh, I don't know, because you're a young sex demon and you kind of have the attitude of Britney Spears from her late 90s, early 2000s days. I don't know, there was something off about the way you were talking, that's all. You haven't killed a man, have you? As if I would. A woman, then? Sometimes I want to murder that saggy old hag. Yui shoots a glare at Marie, who, fortunately for her, is too far away to overhear her, still reclining while sipping upon a fruity cocktail. But no, I would never go that far. I am no killer. I don't actually like the sight of blood. Really? I didn't think you'd be so squeamish. I'm not about other blood. I'm not. But about other bodily fluids. But blood in particular is kind of. Okay, I'm better when she doesn't.
All I'm gonna say is this: do you bleed once a month or so?
I don't know if sex demons do that, so we'll have to dig into it. I know, but about other bodily fluids, apparently she's okay with other bodily fluids, but not blood. Make a note of that. Yuri's voice throws off. She frowns. Why am I talking about this anyway? This isn't what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, go ahead then. I wanted to ask you before you started making rude assumptions whether you would like to spend the rest of the day in my wonderful company. I thought it might be nice if we could go for a swim or maybe a stroll. Though it's not like I'm asking because I like you, you're just the best of a bad bunch.
Basically, he's a dick.
Pretty much, I have a dick. That's the only reason she likes me. I don't get along with any of the others. I want to stay as far away from Maria as possible. So you'll have to do. I'm bestowing this privilege upon you, so you had best be grateful. Kneel down at my feet and... here comes Cat Lady. Hey, Huniko. Unfortunately for Yuri, she's unable to... accurate, the red Cosmo clings to my bare chest and looks up at me, her amber eyes bright. I was taking selfies for a bit, and I think I got a whole bunch now, and I'm kind of getting bored. You don't look busy, so I was wondering, would you mind showing me how to swim? You said you would last night. You promised. Can we give it a shot? I'm excited. Hey, Cosmo. I know I'm mispronouncing their names, and I apologize. Yui grabs hold of Cosmos' shoulders and reaches her off me, like she's some sort of bikini-clad cat wearing barnacle. Don't butt in our private conversation. I was trying to talk to Heineko. Oh, were you? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. How could you not realize? Are you blind as well as stupid? Can't you read the room? We're not in a room right now, silly Yuri. And anyway, you weren't talking. You were shouting. I hope you weren't threatening my boyfriend. I wasn't threatening him. At least I didn't mean to. I only told him as I've been so good to him, he ought to bend down at my feet and lick my toes clean of sand. Oh, ugh. No, no. Yui, you're disqualified. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out, Yui. Get out. I am not Gene Snitsky, damn it.
It's not my fault.
Even the other one says ew. Yuri will send Gene Snitsky to your room, okay? He'll do all that. I have nothing against feet, but sand is a different matter. It's colorless and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Who'd want to swap up a mouthful of horrible dry sand? It hardly matters whether Unico wants to do it or not. If he truly respects me, he would do it all the same. Well, I don't respect you, so fuck off. Really? Cosmo tilts her head, absent one finger against the lower lip. If you ask me, it sounds like a fetish slang. Nobody was asking you. Now go away. Hunico is mine. But he's my boyfriend, and he said he was going to teach me how to swim, he said. Cosmo is right, Yuri. I come between the two bickering sex demons before Yuri can yank at Cosmo's catios. I did say I would help her swim. I like to honor my promise. But I asked you if you would spend time with me first. Technically, you didn't. My agreement with Cosmo goes back to last evening. And you didn't sound all that interested about spending time with me. What was it you said? I think it was something to the tune of, I clear my throat and do my best impersonation of Yuri's school voice. It's not like I'm asking because I like you. You're just the best of a bad bunch. My impression isn't particularly good. There's no way I can get my voice that high enough, sort of being kicked somewhat soft and sensitive, but it's intensely recognizable. Cosmos begins to giggle at Yuri scrolls. I do not sound like that. You do sound a bit like that, Yuri. Ugh, whatever. Yuri folds her arms and turns her head away, scrolling. I'm past clear. You two are so stupid. You deserve each other. Go off to the ocean, the pair of you, and get stung by a jellyfish or eaten by a shark. I won't show any sympathy. And I'm not upset about being turned down or anything. It is with an explosive amount which reminds me of a racehorse that Yuri stalks off, her hands clenched at her sides. I watch as she departs, arms folded behind my back, and then look at Cosmo. She's definitely upset. Totally. I kind of feel bad for her. It'd be fine. I don't want to hang out with somebody who treats the idea like a chore. If she wants my attention that badly, she'll have to start being more upfront. It should be a good lesson if Marie's punishment earlier wasn't. Now, I smile. Do you want me to give you a lesson? Aye, Captain. I never swum before, but I'm eager to learn. I'm going to do my best. Now, who thinks we're going to see another weird picture? Or sex picture, or whatever. Half an hour later. Yep. Time for another Let's See What Mr. Jones Says.
Well, that's tasteful.
I think that's the first tasteful one we've seen, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. Oh, God. Could you imagine if some kid...
You know what? That just did not... Nope, I'm not gonna touch it.
Just imagine if some kid just came in and...
I'm doing it. I'm really doing it.
Oh, some of these kids...
Oh my God!
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get so many people in trouble if the kids watch this. Look at me, Hunico, I'm swimming. Yeah, we're gonna call that swimming, huh? Cosmo stares at me, acceptable as a puppy. or giving the ears on her head a playful kitty. She's suspended in the salty water, her fingers curled about mine. I hold her steady while she kicks her legs to and fro, curling up the surf. I don't know if what she's doing is swimming, per se, but she's not sinking, which is a big improvement over her earlier attempts. Looks like she gained a bit more confidence, too. Previously, Cosmo squeaked and squalled whenever her head dipped under the water, but now she seems to have accepted this part of the swimming experience. Her bow is floured, her expression determined. Her swimsuit might show off a lot of her skin, but I don't know if she looks all that sexy right now. She's too graceless. She is pretty cute, though. It's a bit of a shame she had to take off that tail before stepping into the water. That would have gave her an extra layer of adorableness. I just realized something. The bathing suit doesn't have a hole where the tail should have been. So does that mean the tail was in her?
I told you from the very beginning of this.
Well, you were right on that one. We know where the tail was. It was not a part of. She wasn't trying to act like a Super Saiyan. She was acting like a super sex demon. But it'd probably get in the way. You're doing a great job. Keep going. If my hands weren't twirled with hers, I'd give her a thumbs up. Do you think you can manage if I let you go? Huh? Cosmo finds her confidence flooding. Why I gotta do that? If I'm swimming already, ain't I? You are in a sense, but you need to move your arms and legs. It's not good if you only kick. But I've already gotten used to that. If I have to move my arms too, I'll sink. I wasn't made to float. I'm a sex demon, not a witch, and I'm not made of wood. Well, I think that ass of yours was made by a witch. I presume you don't weigh the same as a duck either. No, I don't. Cosmos shakes her head, and then her legs start kicking. Droplets of water are thrown up into the air, caught in the sun, like these summer rainbow colors. It's quite the pretty sight. At least it would be if my attention were not so fixed on Cosmosis, who does not weigh the same as a duck, an ego not made of wood, and therefore cannot be a witch. If you let go of me, I'll drown, and if I really drown and I'll die, I know I'll be able to do all the things I want to do. What do you want to do? All sorts. I've been reading cute romance manga, and the couples there do loads of fun lovey-dovey stuff. Okay, it's lovey-dovey-do. I want to ride on the back of a bike with you and go to a theme park in the zoo. I want to see an elephant and a giraffe. I can't die till then. Those are all pretty pure dreams. I'm kind of surprised. I smiled fondly. Cosmo's frame might be built on the back of her skimpy outfits and scandalous poses, but she's rather innocent. Of all her sex demon sisters, she was the one with the least dating experience before she met me. I'm the only guy she's ever known intimately, and I think I'm the only guy she wants to know. Though appreciative of her fans, she cares for them a damn straight more than Yuri does hers. Cosmo doesn't have any strong relationships with them. She draws a clear line between me and them. Her fans be undoubtedly angry if they find out about our close relationship, and I do worry we may one day be discovered. But I think any potential fallout would be worthwhile, so as long as we can continue to spend time together. Well, don't worry, I won't let you die. If you start to sink, I'll pull you to safety, I promise. Here, Nicole. Cosmo's eyes meet mine, her butterscotch eyes is wide and bulging. She still looks uncertain, but after a pause she smiles. Okay, I trust you, just don't leave me. I wouldn't. I'm looking forward to our date at the zoo, too. You are? Hell yeah, I haven't been since I was a little kid, but, well, I smile sheepishly. I guess I'm still a kid at heart. Who doesn't like gawking at animals? Elephants are very interesting, like you said, and so are giraffes. But I think I like the lions most of all. As for you, I pointed my fingers still curled about Cosmo. I think you like the leopards, or maybe the alpacas. Ooh, alpacas. Cosmo's eyes lit up. They do have those at the zoo, too. They do. At the one of my parents used to take me. Why don't we go check it out for ourselves sometime if you're so inclined? I'd love that. I love alpacas. They're so soft and fluffy. I have a lot of stuffed alpaca toys. Actually, my room is full of them. Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. As close as Cosmo and I... Oh, I've never actually been to her place. She always comes to mine instead. How many do you have? Almost 50. I collect them, and sometimes my fans send them to me as gifts. My favorite is huge. I can't even wrap my arms around her, and she has galaxy fur with constellations all over it. That does sound pretty cute, though I doubt you'll find many galaxy alpacas at the zoo. Can you make do with the normal run-of-the-mill? Hee hee, don't be silly. Cosmo grins. Nothing is ordinary and out of the mill with you. Now I'm really pumped. If I can't die, if we're going on this date, so I'll do my best to master swimming without sinking. And I'll cheer you on. Can I let go? Right. I can take it. I won't let the ocean get the better of me. Okay, then give it your all. Alright, I uncoil my hands from Cosmos and then step back. For a few moments, seem to be going well. She moves her arms in tandem with her legs as per my instructions. Those motions are flattering, but she's able to keep her chin above water. I'm cautiously optimistic about her progress, but then a wave breaks against her side and she seems to lose cool. Yeah! Her arms stop moving, her legs stop kicking, and soon the water rushes to claim her. Breaks over her legs and back, and then her head dips beneath the waves once, twice. And then she disappears. Ah, jeez, I knew it was too good to be true. Don't worry, I won't let you drown. Think of the alpacas. I seize her beneath her underarms and haul her upwards as a farmer might uproot a particular large, ungrainy turnip. Her head breaks the surface of the ocean, creating water droplets everywhere. Her hair is plastered to her cheeks, which are flustered, and the strap of her bikini is starting to slide off one shoulder. She's soaked from head to toe, but at least she isn't dead. That's always a plus. Are you okay? Can you breathe? I think so. Cosmo splutters up, then expels a mouth of salty seawater. Some of this water douses me, but I don't suppose it matters. I'm already wet. That didn't go exactly as I hoped, but I think you're making progress. Yay! Very gradual progress. I glance to the shore. Do you want to sit down? Maybe I should. I got a bit overconfident when you complimented me. I feel like I can do anything, but I should have known better. Cats ain't known for liking the water, neither do alpacas. I think I'm a land mammal after all. Alright, who's next on this? Let's take a look at sexy pictures night. Whoever may fix his dinner when we return to Yui's beach house after a long day spent enjoying the bash herself in the golden sands. She makes a beefier traditional Japanese dishes with mounds of perfectly cooked, fluffy rice alongside it, which is all incredibly delicious. Once the pans have been scoured, the dishes washed, the cutlery put away, the sun has already set. The moon is as round as the one of the dinner plates, high in the night sky, and the stars twinkle freely. It's not as hot as it was during the day, but it's not cold either. It's a pleasant, picturesque kind of night. It'd be nice to go for a walk on the beach after sundown, but I'm stuffed after Hufuma's extravagant meal and tried after canvassing the beach during the day. I consider hitting the hay early when a cheery proclamation from Hazel gives me pause. Uh-oh. Hey everyone, listen up. I just had a great idea. Coming from you, that seems unlikely, Yui says. Yui, who has the hittigo engaged in time-consuming tricky process of pandering her toenails, looking gloves frowning. You never had a single good idea in your life, let alone a great one. Ouch. Though it pains me, I fear I must side with Yui on this matter. You have energy in excess, but a little in the way of intelligence. I doubt any idea of yours would be worth listening to. Hey, don't be like that. Just hear me out, okay? This idea of mine's a real incredible, amazing one. If you do say so yourself. Well, sure, yeah, but I bet you'll agree with me once you hear it. What is it? Ahem. Hazel clears her throat, prepares for the dramatic effect, and announces with a toothy smile, since it's the summer and we're on vacation, we gotta tell ghost stories. It's the human tradition, and although not all humans, it wouldn't hurt to honor their customs. I'm sure Huniko here can confirm this for me. 5 pairs of eyes swirled to me in unison, pinning me in place. Tired though I cannot possibly sink off to my room now. Everybody's waiting for me to answer, and I don't want to let them down. Being Mr. Popular can be kind of hard sometimes. Not that I mind too much. Yeah, Hazel's right about that, actually. It's pretty standard for people to tell ghost stories in the summer. I thought people told ghost stories in October. Maybe I'm wrong. I did it a bunch back when I was a kid when my class went on camping trips. We'd wait till the teachers went to sleep, and then we huddled together in our sleeping bags to tell spooky stories. It was pretty fun. There, you see, I knew I wasn't mistaken about this. I did a whole bunch of research about summer vacations before I came here, and spooky stories are a must. They're on the same tier as fireworks and beach fireballs, if not higher. My, you certainly seem interested about this. Hell yeah, I am. I got a whole bunch of spooky stories lined up already. They'll be great for scaring the pants. Hazel glances at Yuri. Her skirt's off of you. Let's work up a cold sweat together. It'd be a good bonding exercise. As if. In case you've forgotten, Hazel, I'm an idol. We are pure, perfect beings, and we most certainly do not sweat. You don't? Of course I don't. It would sully my image. I'm surprised your rotten attitude doesn't do that already. What was that? Nothing. I was just thinking to myself, haha. And yet, despite that, you're being awfully loud. Yuri signs and crosses her arms. If you must think uncharitable things about your betters, it would behove you to do so with the confidence of your own skull. That way you would be less likely to cause offense. That's a good point, hehe. So what about my plan? Do you all want to join in? It'd be super fun. Horror extravaganza full of blood and guts and gore. My stories be guaranteed to make at least one of you scream. You'll get a full refund. I'm not paying you regardless, you foolish woman. And I have no interest in squealing and sharing over silly made-up stories like a bamboo monkey. If you want to scare me, you'll have to do your worst. So, that's a yes. Do you want to join? Suppose I might as well. It would pass the time, though I warn you I am not easily scared. I am a sensible, level-headed woman. Fantasy monsters cannot frighten me. They are far less amusing than my more decorated fans. I've scrolled through a few of my fan forums, and the things people say, they beg or believe. Yuri shudders. Nothing would disturb me more than all the information fan fiction I unwittingly stumbled across featuring yours truly. Ooh, I think I might read some of those fanfics myself, actually. How would you be reading fanfiction about me? Why not? I like to take an interest in your activities, Yuri. Isn't that what friends do? I am not your friend, you imbecile. I tolerate you. But that does not mean I like you, and I do not want you looking up my preserved fans work at me. It's disturbing. It's okay. I don't think any less of you because of it, Yuri. Besides, there's a bunch of weird fan art and fanfic of me too. Nothing can shock me now. Hashtag Rule 34. You say that, but my horror stories have been fermenting in my head for a while. They're incredibly pertinent now, like Kumika. Do you think you can handle it, Cosmo? Yes, I can. This sounds like fun. I too think this is is a charming one. I'm very fond of ghost stories. Yumi Kura is one of my favorite authors. I love the eerie atmosphere that prevails in the majority of his stories. I am not so sure about this. Maria, who has been oddly quietly doing his exchange, now speaks up fondly. She says, "It sounds like a waste of time. Horror stories, as we all know, are nothing but nonsense. There are vastly more important things in this world to discuss than silly fantasy seeds." That is true enough. But you could say that of any work of fiction. They are imaginary works, but that does not make them less worldly than a documentaries or biographies. Alright, we're going to end it here, guys, but we will probably finish and do a part 3 of this tomorrow. Well, later tonight on Saturday, so until then, we'll see how this ends for me next time. Have a good night, and see you all next time.